Alright, so I want to hop right into this. Here are basically my general thoughts on Granblue after playing for about 150 hours. I'm going to just kind of cover some things I think are just worth mentioning, okay? So, for the most part, do I think the game is worth playing? Yeah. Do I think the game is worth buying? Yes, I do. As far as anime fighters go, I think Granblue is very satisfying to play. It's not super complicated, and I've said this before, but all you need to do is find your character and actually attempt to master the character in a significant way, and you will always find success in anime fighting games. That's just how they're built. I think that's probably an unpopular opinion, but if you actually take time to put mastery into a character, good or bad, you will find success with them. It obviously will be harder, but yeah, I think it's possible, and I think a lot of people don't want to admit that. I was watching Sonic Soul stream a few days ago, and he was playing 2B, and it was I don't know where he lives, but it was like 1 a.m. for me, and he was playing ranked. He was like S plus, fighting just normal matches. This dude was like throwing a tantrum because 2B's normal is too slow to respond to some situations, and he was like, I'm not gonna say he was getting mad, but he was like throwing a tantrum. And it's like, man, you're a grown adult throwing a tantrum. When people see this kind of rhetoric, they're just gonna repeat it. And have you just had a little bit more self-control, I think you would be able to convey what is actually wrong with the character. And I only bring that up because a lot of people like to ask the nuanced question over and over and over again. Is the character good? Is the character good? Is the character good? It's like, man, can you win with the character? Yes. Can you get matches with the character? Yes. I think that's all that should matter. Again, that's probably an unpopular opinion, but even if you are playing 2B and she struggles with answering to certain scenarios, guard counter still exists, and I think she's the type of character, if you guard counter properly and you get all you honestly need is one good throw to get started, or to get them against in the corner. That's honestly what I believe. I think I heard win conditions along just getting them in the corner and getting one throw. And you know, it is interesting because when in the rant video I was ranting about 6XL imbalance, my opinion has changed now that I have a character that doesn't have to use the thing I didn't like, and it's still a reasonably good character in my opinion. I will make a separate video about 2B, but for the most part, my general consensus is that she's really good. Not top 5 good, but I would say top 10. That's good enough for me, because why is she top 10? I honestly think because she's easier to play. I think because you don't have 6XL and the tools how to play her, it just seems so easy and apparent, and you can do this. People fall for this all the time, and the fact that you can do that, or you can also do that, is throw bait. She has really good obvious she has really good throw bait options that I like. In my previous video I uploaded, the video that I was getting cooked, I'm not actually getting cooked in that video. I'm just losing sometimes. I'm still positive on the day, but what I wasn't doing is I wasn't using throw bait stuff, and And I didn't even know you could do this. So even after 150 hours in this game, 2B is still a relatively new character, whatever. I'm still learning stuff, I'm still improving. I've been basically blowing past every match in ranked on the way up. I just don't play all the time. Probably like a S++ player generally through. I haven't hit masters, but that's probably my own general consensus of my own like skill. Maybe we'll see. I don't see myself not getting S++ with 2B. I feel like it's just gonna happen. It's just a matter of time when. But I think the fact that I can be playing a fighting game, and even after 150 hours, I'm still learning, still improving. You know, I played some people in Discord a few days ago. They were master players, and I actually took games off them pretty. I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it wasn't as bad as that day. I lost basically 20 games in a row with Matera. That was obviously just a character gap. It wasn't a skill gap. It was a skill gap. It was 100% a skill gap, but it was a skill gap on top of a character gap. The guy I lost 20 games in a row against was Masters, and he was playing Bilal. I was playing Matera. So it's not like it was just some random ass dude playing Vegeta or something. And I think that is important, because what I'm looking at is it looks like a lot of people, at least in the Discord, have lost their steam. They don't play as much. There's two main channels basically in the Discord. There's Rising on Topic 1 and Request. The Request channel has been getting slower, and Rising on Topic 1 is slow as can be. And that's not a bad thing. I don't want to frame it as like a bad thing or the game is dying. I think the game will always have players. I've not had any problems with queues at all. But I do think a lot of people have started to just stop playing because of the thing I was complaining about. The thing that people were like, oh, why are you complaining about that? You know, if you're not having fun, don't play. That's nowhere in that video did I not say I wasn't having fun. If I wasn't having fun, I would have not played a game 20 times in a row losing. Think about that for a second. Would you really play a game where there's a clear winner and loser 20 times in a row, losing every time if you're not having fun? Give me a break, bro. Come on, think a little bit harder than that. But I digress. And I think that has value. I think the fact that I can still be playing, this is basically the only game I have been playing, this and Power World. I can still be playing, still learn new stuff, and I do think, I truly believe if I cleaned up some things I could hit master. It would be a grind. I truly think that, but it's conflicting, because a part of me doesn't want to grind and fail when I could be playing something else, but a part of me, I do want to accomplish something. You know, all I really do is go to the gym and play this game. People where I live are, it's just like I live in a small town and no one really does anything. Everyone's pretty boring. So I do think I should challenge myself. I think it would be a good means to do so. But that's like a tangent. I'll do anything else I want to say. It's just, I'll say this too. One thing I think a lot of people don't understand about this game is how this game actually does reward you if you're the type of person to play ranked, which is good. Actually, this section is going to be about ranked anxiety. I think this game actually has anti-ranked anxiety built in. I don't know if they did it on purpose or what, but the fact that you can be like, if you go to ranked, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna put you in a bracket. Let's say you're A5. If it puts you A5, you're playing ranked. You're playing to win. You have a general checklist of your character. You will naturally climb because, in my experience, for the most part, you're playing 3 times the people in ranked. You're playing people who have just gotten into the bracket, so another 5. You're playing someone who is stuck a 3. Someone who's probably they're playing a character and they have this gimmick or they have this means, but they can't consistently get their win condition, or they lose to something very specific like throws or something. Or you're playing a 1, someone who just demoted from the upper tier. And I think that has so much value, because if you know the basis of your character, generally speaking, you know how your character functions, you know some Oki, B&B, you know how to strike throw, you will naturally climb to like S+. It is so natural. You will climb to S+. And I guess obviously if you just abuse 6XL2, I think that's also important to understand that. But that's part of knowing your character in B&Bs, because some characters have confirms off of that lead to really good situations that get you to the corner, that get you 2-touched, and you end up dying, you end up getting blown up. And I think I say that because what is ranked anxiety? It's actually really interesting. One second, actually. Let me see, can I bring this up? You know, bear with me really fast. Yeah. I think a visual representation will help. New. Okay. So again, like I was saying, like with ranked anxiety, you know, this game does a really good job of having, I'm gonna call it RA. Okay, you have RA, and in reality, RA is basically, it's your ego. I hate to, you know, break the news to you, because I think a lot of people associate that again with negativity. Like, I don't have an ego, I'm a humble person, or I don't have an ego, I'm super nice, I just get nervous. No, you're not listening. It's like, because this is I've gone through this phase. I played League for a long time. At one point, I had over like 2,000 games in one season. 53% win rate. So I lost at least over 800 times. Okay. And eventually you understand, like, losing is just part of the game. You don't really think about it, I guess, naturally. Like, subconsciously, you don't really like, subconsciously you probably understand it if you know what winning feels like, but I think consciously no one naturally is like, oh yeah, losing is totally normal, I shouldn't let this get me down. But I want to make floors so you can like actually see. These aren't floors, I don't know, but this will do. So like I said, you have people that you start here. On the way up, you will naturally fight people who, whoa, my mouse is messed up. You will fight people who belong here. This group belongs here. People who like for the most part, people you see hovering around A3 for a long time. Because if you grind, if you play enough, you will run into the same people. It happens. People like in the threes belong in that bracket for the most part. They're stuck. They're not transitioning out. They're stuck. Okay. 5. You go to S1s. But here's the thing. I don't know if this has promos, but promos, I think, is where everything builds up. You really can start to overthink because you only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to win 3 out of 5. And if you're the type of person who's like, oh man, I don't want to underperform, I don't want to tilt, and because I said ego, but I think it's in reality it's ego in combination with you don't want to, because losing, you naturally feel bad when you lose, but losing, then you're like, oh man, I wasted my time because I was on tilt. Why did I do that? Or anything in the culmination of like blaming a character. It's just like losing just puts you in a worse mood. Which is, I think, is natural for, again, supernatural, but it shouldn't paralyze you to the point where you just don't play. I think that's why I say ego. You would rather not play. You'd rather literally do anything else than play, instead of just like lose, because you're gonna lose. Losing, it happens. You're gonna lose. So the rank anxiety build up to here, the promos are here. But again, if you have your general checklist, B&Bs, a strike throw setup, safe jumps, I don't think you need anything super meaty. You can also do 6XL, make stuff meaty. If you have the basics down, all the information is available, you will naturally flow up and get to where you're supposed to be. There's also promos again. This now rank anxiety is really through the roof because you're like, you feel like, oh my god, I'm almost there. How am I gonna make it? Like, oh my god. And then you make it, and then it's at an all-time high because after S++ is your masters. Right? But like I said, I think rank anxiety is mostly ego. Like, you don't want to lose because you feel like you kind of subconsciously make excuses. Like I get some people do have nerves and get really nervous, but that's only because you perceive the game as something more than it is. It's a game. Yes, it is competitive. Yes, the stakes are slightly higher, but not really, because no one really cares about your rank except you. I think rank can offer validity. Like, I think it can have value to you, which is totally fine. There's something wrong with that, in my honest opinion. Like, if having a high rank in a game makes you a better person or a smarter person or a stronger person, I don't think there's something wrong with that. But if your perception of something is, oh man, if I lose, I'd be wasting my time and I don't want to underperform because of my nerves and I haven't eaten and my hands are sweaty and all this, you're in your own head. And this game literally has the perfect foundation for you not to be so in your head, because again, you will naturally float. The better you are with your character, you will naturally float up. Like, and I'm seeing it for myself. Like I said, I got Beelzebub to S++. I got Anila to A. I demoted, so I'm like I think I'm A5 with her. Soares to S plus maybe. Lil Wayne is like S3 or S2. But my 2B run has been way easier. Hold on. I think context is important. Oh. Let's go to 2B. I have a 66% win rate with 2B. And that's because I spent a little bit more time playing her. I spent 3 hours in the lab with her, like straight up. Watched some videos. Got some other like information. I asked people in Discord. The run, like the matches are way easier compared to like, you know, when I was climbing all my other characters. And it's because I'm getting better at the game. Is the bottom line. It's because I am taking time to really think like how can I keep winning? How do I keep improving? And I think that if a game can make you do that, and it's not like it's not a you don't feel like annoyed or pain, like you don't feel regret in like actually practicing, put some time into it, I think that's a good sign. Now, to address the obvious elephant in the room, Nier is obviously a problem. Somehow I still will beat a Nier, and you can argue, oh, you're just not playing good Niers. Okay, well, if I'm playing them relative to my rank, I think, what else could I be asking for? I've actually probably beaten most Niers I've played online. If not most, it's definitely even. Is it fun? No. Is it easy? Well, most Nier players are bad, so it's not really like you just bait a DP and they get blown up for it sometimes, most part. And I mean, the top tiers are like, that's why I say you're not gonna win every game. Like, you're just not gonna win every game. But if you consistently know your character, and you see the same characters online, you know, I haven't seen a lot of Vasaragas. I have not seen a lot of I mean, I can tell you who I have seen. I've seen a lot of Lancelots, Vegeta, Gran, Charlotta, Cagley, some Soares. You don't really see Vasaraga. You don't really see Beelzebub. I've seen a lot of 2Bs, obviously. I saw a lot of the DLC Lucifer. You don't see Percival. You don't really see Lil Wayne. You might see a Eustace here and there. You don't see La Diva. You don't see Matera. You see a lot of fairies. You see some Zetas. You see some Yules. You see some Narmayas. You see maybe one or two Zoes here or there. You see a decent amount of Siegfrieds. And you see a lot of Bilal. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see a lot of Virus. 10, 11, 12. You see about 13 of the same characters online for the most part. And you don't see 1, 2, 3. See some fairies. I don't see, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 characters you really don't ever see in ranked. At least I didn't. Again, you saw how many games I had. You don't see, you just literally don't see some of these. Actually, I'm gonna go back. I really like statistics. I think it does help paint a clear picture. So this is my total. So I have a 60% win rate over 684 matches. I've fought 11 Percivals. I fought 8 Luanes. I fought 11 Vasaragas. I fought 7 of Anra, whatever he is. 11 years. I have 45% win rate against Nier. Yeah, like I said, it's not. I didn't get blown out, but that's. It doesn't feel like I lose that much to her, but maybe I do. Grimnir, 11 matches. Beelzebub 12. Avatar Bilal 13. But look at that, Lucifer 52. Vegeta and Gran 30s. A lot of Narmayas, I don't know why. 37 Narmayas, 34 Kaglis, 35 Viras, 41 Bilal. I fought this character that many times, bro. I fought so many Bilals. 25 Siegfried, like I said, 27 Vanilla. Yeah, some randoms. Anyways, all in all, I think I have at least 50 to 100 more hours to play in this game. I don't really care too much about the other DLC. I think the patch is going to revitalize the game. I don't know the devs track record with changes. I can say in my own experience, some patches will pump a lot of life into the game if the changes are well received. If they aren't, people will play anyways, but they will just quit again or find a reason not to play. I don't know if it's copium or what, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's just wanted to share that. I think the game is still fun. There's a free version. I don't know if I said that, but I think that's also really important. And you can play ranked, and I think it's a reasonably fun game. Now that I have a character that I don't have to 2-2L with or 6-6L with, I'm content. And just to showcase some things I learned recently that I could have done yesterday and it would have helped me win more. I should have done this more. Or you can also go low with this. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Throw. Wait. You can throw. Wait. Dude. Go low. I'm not playing this. It's okay. Boom. So you do have options off that. The problem is people will eventually start mashing here, so you have to be kind of smart about it, right? Another thing that I should have done more is this mix. This mix hits so many people. I don't know why. I think because people are looking for the hit at the top, but it whips automatically. But this mix, I really like this setup. Boom. I think people are looking for it to hit top, but it never does. So they either crouch and stand back up because they're expecting a double overhead or something, and they always get hit low. It hits so many people. I'm gonna make another video specifically for 2B. But this mix hits so many people. It's insane. I think it's specifically the height that messes people up. I get that. That lands so often, and I haven't been doing this as much. Hold on. I gotta do that more because you can actually throw them, and it looks so convincing that you would never know. Like that. That's so solid. And if they block, the gravity ball will automatically pull them back into throw range. So you can do that. so fast. They would never. I love that. One thing also, but because they think that that hit is gonna I think that's gonna hit. It never. It doesn't. It legit can't. You can do that, but I'm not doing that. And that is, I need to use that way more because it is so good. Anyways, that's the video. That's what I think. Thanks for watching, and more to be on the way. Peace.